For 4 consecutive days, Coleen Rooney, alongside her husband Wayne, has listened as the libel case against her has been laid out. She has heard accusations that she was responsible for online abuse that Rebekah Vardy received. But today was the first time she has ever spoken publicly about her contentious social media post back in 2019. The pair of footballers' wives had once enjoyed a cordial relationship. But their row started 3 years ago when Mrs. Rooney deliberately concocted fake stories about herself which ended up in the media. It all led to this post. Now I know for certain which account/individual it's come from. It's Rebekah Vardy's account. Rebekah Vardy's lawyer asked her what she wanted to achieve from that post. "I wasn't achieving anything. What I wanted was to stop the person who was leaking my private information to the Sun," she said. She told the court that she had given out warnings. "This was my last resort," she said. "I was surprised myself on how much interest it caused," she added. Coleen Rooney was composed in the witness box and she expressed how she hoped that this libel trial could have been avoided. "I've never been in a court before," she said. "I didn't want to be in a court today," she added. "But obviously Mrs. Vardy brought me here." Inside Court 13 of the Royal Courts of Justice, Mrs. Rooney acknowledged that Mrs. Vardy had received abuse after the 2019 post, but she claimed it was not intended. Rebekah Vardy's lawyer told her there wasn't a shred of evidence to show Mrs. Vardy leaked her private information. Mrs. Rooney told the court she believed she did share it, but when asked what's the evidence, she replied, "I don't know." It is the question that's at the very heart of this trial.
OK, well, let's go to Julian, who's still at the High Court for us tonight. And Julian, Coleen had to share some quite personal details today, didn't she?
ICO, yeah, a really extremely frank discussion of her marriage to Wayne Rooney, who now manages Derby County Football Club. Mrs. Rooney doesn't normally do interviews or speak out about this kind of thing, but it was relevant to the proceedings because they were talking about a photo on Instagram. Details of it ended up in the Sun. Now, it was a photo taken in their family home, but just prior to that, she'd been spending lots of time at her parents'. In court, she said, "Me and Wayne were trying to figure out our relationship and see how things were going." She said she didn't know how my marriage was going to work out. She's been a fixture of the tabloids for the last 20 years or so. She is a really private person, and she reflected on the fact that was one of the reasons she didn't want this libel trial to proceed. She also said lots of the press coverage about her was, in her word, ridiculous. Both women have shared a lot over the last few days, and they'll come back for at least 3 days next week.
OK, Julian Druker, thank you.